Hey friends, happy Monday morning, happy Monday motivation to you. Here as we continue our Is Collecting Good series. Hope you're all doing well. You watched a bunch of Monday motivations that I kind of had to film in a row as we had such a busy time, but we are now back from a very successful vacation, Easter holiday, Kaya's championship, Kaya's play, Toylanta, all the stuff that you've seen in recent videos. And I think there's probably still one more episode of Life of the Dubs coming up on Sunday where you'll see the continuation of that. But back home, back at work, back in the swing of things, and trying to get back into the feel for regular content on YouTube. So, Is Collecting Good? We're in part 5 of this series. And part 5 for us this week, when we talked about part 5 in our Is Collecting Bad, it was FOMO, in the sense of urgency, and the artificial need to buy something because you're fearful of not having it, and the way that affects us as consumers of this hobby. And so we're going to talk about the flip side of that, and that is the sense of achievement in this hobby versus the sense of FOMO. So that's what we're doing today. Quick Monday motivation. Hope to get your week started right. So sense of achievement versus FOMO. FOMO stinks, right? We all agree with that. Even though we all get it, we all have it, we experience it from time to time, it stinks. It's not our favorite thing. The fear of missing out, we talked about originally, it came from actually missing out on an event. And now it's become like things that we miss out on. And we talked a lot about it. But on the flip side of that, there is also a lot of pride that can be had from doing something, right? From accomplishing something. So a sense of achievement, a proud feeling of having done something difficult and worthwhile. A proud feeling of having done something difficult and worthwhile. We recognize a sense of achievement in other areas of our life, right? But often that's because somebody recognizes us. So we have a sense of achievement when we get a promotion at work or we get a new job, right? It makes you feel good. You feel like you've accomplished something, especially a promotion. Oh, I did good enough in my job that they recognized me and gave me more to do, which is kind of the way work works. But you can also get a sense of achievement. We just had Kaya's championship, and they went undefeated through this whole season in Winter Guard, and then they actually finished first place. They won the Southern Championships, the highest level they could do. And I had such a sense of achievement watching her have her sense of achievement. Because while she competed on this team and competed against all the other teams and all the other girls and did all the things that they did, and they actually won, and they won medals, and they have a trophy and all this stuff, I had this sense of achievement because we spent time in the backyard working on things that she wasn't as good at, that she wanted to develop, that she asked for help with. And seeing her get better just made me so proud and gave me such a sense of achievement, because it wasn't easy, right? You're doing that after work and you're tired, and now you're in the backyard listening to the same song over and over again, watching your daughter twirl a flag. And you might would have rather been on the couch, but you are committed and you want to help and you work hard. And so I had so much pride seeing her achieve that. It gave me a sense of achievement. It was worthwhile. It was something difficult. It wasn't easy. She didn't naturally just be good at it right away. Now, when we talk about that in terms of toys, collecting generally, where does the sense of achievement come from? Where does it come from? Well, easy way for the sake of this, finding something you're looking for. Ron, Century the Mad Collector, we were just recently at Toylanta, he picked up the Dungeons and Dragons Tiamat from the early 80s, has to be, and the box. Now this figure, it's a figure, I guess, toy, I've never seen in person, and he got both. I've never seen the box, I've never seen the figure. And I found that on Instagram. I sent it to him. I said, this is going to be a Toyland. It looks like you. And he was able to work it out. And he had so much pride carrying that box. And it's actually here. It's in our house right now because I got to ship it, or I got to bring it to him because it's too valuable, too rare to even take a chance with shipping. So we're going to drive it to him at some point here this year. And he had such a sense of achievement for completing or adding that piece to his collection. A proud feeling of having done something difficult and worthwhile. Certainly difficult and worthwhile. So when you find something you're looking for, a sense of achievement. When you help find something for someone else, a sense of achievement. This past Christmas, we kept looking for the Grinch doll for Kaya. Not for Shiloh, to give to from Natalie, Kaya, and I, to give to Shiloh for Christmas. And David couldn't find it, Megan couldn't find it, we couldn't find it. And one of you actually sent it to us. Thank you again. And then to be able to give that to Shiloh was a sense of achievement, because it was hard. It was hard to find that thing. We never found it. We had someone else that gave it to us. And that was very meaningful. So when you do something worthwhile or difficult, it can be finding something for yourself. It can be finding something for someone else. But it makes you feel good. I talked a lot about my dad, finding the Ray fillet, and that's why that figure means a lot to me. I also remember that he would go all over town to try to get the right McDonald's toy. Specifically, they were the Power Rangers McDonald's toys. Shout out to Chris James. He gave those to Victoria years ago at Atlanta Comic-Con, which she still has on display up on her wall. And Dad was trying to find her the Pink Ranger one, and he would just go all over the place. And he was so proud. He had such a sense of achievement when he finally found the pink one. He gave it to Victoria. Did he also have like 13 red ones? Probably so. But we didn't see that part, because he had such a sense of achievement for signing something for someone else. It's easy to understand that. Sometimes you get a sense of achievement for finishing a Build-A-Figure wave, right? I remember back in the Thor Ragnarok wave of Marvel Legends, I couldn't find Hela. Could not find it. I was very excited for that movie. It was before it came out, and I wanted Hela, and I don't even remember what the Build-A-Figure was for that. Man-Thing? I think it was Man-Thing? No. It's around that time. I don't even remember what the Build-A-Figure was for that for that Thor Ragnarok set. It had Blade in it, I think. Man, that's so long ago. What's that, 17, 18? But I couldn't find Hela, and then I had such a sense of achievement when I finally found her and could build that Build-A-Figure that I can't even remember right now. And that was a retail release as it was coming out. It's just hard to find. It's hard to find. There wasn't a way to pre-order it. There wasn't really a way to order it online back then. You had to find it. Now that's different these days, because you can pre-order things, because it's almost always available through Big Bad Toy Store or somewhere else. Maybe there's not as much achievement in that. If you collect retro, I think you can still find that feeling of achievement by finding something. Or if you just are trying to find random pieces in your collection and you don't want to overpay, right? You're waiting for the right price, or you're waiting for the clearance price, or whatever the case may be, then I think also you can find a sense of achievement in that. So that does mean something. Now, it's not the same thing as the sense of achievement when you have a baby, a new baby, right? Or even a job promotion or whatever. But it is. It's a sense of achievement within this hobby, that you feel good that you were able to do something within this hobby that wasn't easy to do. That is important. And if we focus on that feeling and not the feeling of FOMO, I think it's a lot more positive for us in the hobby. Because if we know we have a goal, I want to finish this Build-A-Figure wave, and we're focused on that goal, we don't get distracted by FOMO, because we want to finish the thing we're doing so that we can have that achievement. Some people think finding it first is a sense of achievement. I think that feeds into FOMO more, right? To be the first person that finds it and posts it in your group, I think that feeds into FOMO. I don't think that's as good. Now, maybe if you want to find it first and you're not posting about it, maybe that's different. But I don't think finding it first is necessarily, unless there's some award for finding it first. I think that kind of feeds into FOMO, so I'd stay away from that. What else brings a sense of achievement? How about completing a part of your collection, or all of your collection? I think that can feel really good, especially if you're a retro collector, or you're collecting something that's not so sprawling as, say, Marvel Legends, which is very difficult to complete. But, for instance, the Knickerbocker Lord of the Rings set. When we got the final loose figure, when we got the horses, it felt awesome. And Natalie had completed that collection for me. And it was such a cool feeling. And it was such a sense of achievement, because it was very small, and it was an objective that we set out and we did it. There was no FOMO related to that. We still haven't completed the carded part of that collection. We still need Gandalf, which would be kind of completing all the human figures, or the figures. And then we still need the 2 horses. We'll probably finish that one day in the next 10 years. And it will feel great when we finish it. So I think when we've talked a lot about having goals and rules, I think sticking to those helps you find this sense of achievement, which is a much better sense than FOMO, right? So when you feel FOMO setting in, or anxiety, or the urgency, or the pressure to buy, try to find something you really want to complete and focus on that. And find the achievement to finish that part of a collection, or to find something for someone else. I think that's even better. That always makes me feel better. Finding something for someone else. And focus on that sense of achievement. And you'll feel better. And I think it'll make this hobby more fun. So that's our talk for this Monday motivation. Next week, we're going to talk about displaying. So in week 6, we talked about things constantly falling over, and it's just hoarding and all of that stuff. And we're going to talk about the other side of that next week in week 6. So I hope you join you then. I hope you have a great Monday, and your April and your spring is off to a wonderful start, and I'll talk to you next time.